Hello, good morning. We're just going to kick off. As usual, we're just going to quickly go through the markets, see what the markets has in store for us this morning. And afterwards, we'll then go through questions and answers and go through any issues, problems, or questions you have after we've gone through the market opportunities for this morning. So as usual, we're going to start off by looking at the economic calendar to see what's in store for us today. So we'll start by looking at the economic calendar. Today it's Tuesday, the 30th of March. And as usual, always make sure you're checking your own time zone. So for example, for those in the UK, the clocks have gone forward. So UK used to be GMT plus 0, but UK is now GMT plus 1. So, wherever you are, make sure you adjusted your time zone and make sure you're looking at the correct time zone. So you're not looking at or checking the wrong times for the economic reports. Obviously, I'm in Rwanda, so I'm using GMT plus 2. Rwanda is GMT plus 2. So all these times I'll be quoting our GMT plus 2 times. So the two markets we're looking at, as usual now, is the Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. So we're going to be looking out for reports of high importance that could affect these currency pairs, and also note reports of medium importance. So let's have a look at what's in store. Of course, you can just ignore reports of low importance. So you can just ignore the reports of low importance. And of course, I can just ignore France. And then we skip all the reports of low importance. And you can see at 11 in the morning from the Euro, from the Euro area, we have a couple of reports of medium importance from the Euro area. And then at 2 o'clock, again, this is GMT plus 2. This is Rwandan time. So at 2 o'clock Rwandan time, we have the Germany inflation rate report. So the first report of high importance today is the Germany inflation rate report at 2 o'clock. And of course, that would have an impact on the Euro US dollar. It won't impact the dollar Canadian dollar. It will mainly impact the Euro US dollar. So for the Euro US dollar, I would definitely avoid trading prior till 2 p.m. today. And let's have a look at the rest of the day. And then you can see at 4 o'clock today, we have the report out of the United States, which is the CB Consumer Confidence Report. And as we know, the reports out of the United States affects all markets. All markets, the fixed income securities market, the stock market, the commodities market, all currency pairs are affected by reports of high importance due out of the United States. So this report at 4 p.m. Would affect all currency pairs, obviously, which includes Euro US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. So that's coming out at 4. And then that's the last report of high importance today. So the last report of high importance today is at 4 p.m., the USCB Consumer Confidence Report. So for the dollar Canadian dollar, I would avoid trading prior to 4 p.m. So for the dollar Canadian dollar, I will definitely keep out of the market and wait till 4. But for the Euro US dollar, because the inflation rate is of more importance than this consumer confidence report, so just for the Euro US dollar alone, I would assess the market just before the report at 2 and place my pending orders there. And I will only have one attempt at the market today, and that will be around 2 p.m. just for the Euro US dollar. And then for the dollar Canadian dollar, I'll have my attempt at 4 p.m. Now, the reason why I'm having only one attempt at the market today, as usual, is looking at the rest of the week, see what's coming up the rest of the week. And at the end of this week, we have the US unemployment rate report, which is the big report for this week. I mean, we can see you also have the Germany unemployment rate tomorrow, the Euro area inflation rate, but the big one really is the US unemployment rate report on Good Friday. So it's very interesting this week because on Good Friday, the 2nd of April, it's a public holiday in the UK. So it's a bank holiday in the UK, it's a public holiday in the UK, but the US unemployment rate report is still due out, so which is a bit weird. So although you can see most countries have Good Friday and it's a public holiday, and like say UK is the main one we're interested in. UK it's a public holiday, it's a bank holiday, public holiday in the UK on Friday. So ideally on Friday you should not be trading at all, because UK, there's a public holiday in the UK. But you can see the US unemployment rate report is coming out because it's not a public holiday in the US. Now, if this report wasn't coming out, I would definitely avoid trading on Good Friday on Friday, a public holiday. But this is a report of huge importance on Friday. Like I said, this report comes out once, the first Friday of every month. It's of huge significance. It affects all markets. It's a highly anticipated report. And there's a high probability of the markets just trending sideways for the whole week this week. So this kind of week where you have a report like this of huge importance, you want to be extremely careful trading the markets leading up to Friday. So for the rest of this week, like yesterday, I only had one attempt at the market. Today, I only have one attempt. Wednesday, Thursday, and of course, Friday, I won't even trade at all till that report. And again, because it's a public holiday, I will only have one attempt around that time. Okay, we'll actually, well, I know some of you might miss it because it's Good Friday and you might be enjoying yourselves, but I'll set up a Zoom session for us to trade that report at 2:30 Rwandan time on Friday. So for those who can make it, you can join us and we'll trade that report. But for those who want to enjoy Good Friday, that's fine. You can have a good time and you can catch up on the recording on the platform. Okay. So in view of that, that is why today, let's go back to today. So that's why for today, I'm just going to have one attempt on the Euro US dollar at 2 p.m. I'll just have, I would avoid placing any orders on the Euro US dollar prior to 2. Just before 2, I'll assess the Euro US dollar, place my pending orders then, and only have one attempt. For the dollar, Canadian dollar, I will keep out of that market till 4 p.m. And just before 4 p.m., I would assess the market for the dollar, Canadian dollar, place my pending order, and only have one attempt in view of the US unemployment report coming out on Friday. So as usual, you also keep an eye on Market Watch to see if there's anything untoward going on. I don't know if you all read my post from yesterday morning, but of course it's interesting. North Korea, anytime they feel that they're being neglected, they will start launching missiles just for attention seeking. So they started again. It's always like clockwork. When they're not in the news and everyone has ignored them, they will just launch some missiles so that people can take note that they're there. So, they've started their nonsense again. So that might cause uncertainty in the markets. You're also having the issue between Europe, China, and USA in terms of trade relations. So those sort of things, you need to keep an eye on that. They could potentially cause uncertainty in the markets. But yeah, other than that, nothing else going on. Okay, so let's go to the charts. So we'll start with the Euro US dollar, and we'll start with swing trading. So with the swing trading, we'll do the daily time frame. And the market is currently trending down. I'll just put my cursor on today's candlestick, and the moving average 50 today is 1.19956. So I'll just round that up to 1.1996, and 2 pips above that to be 1998. So I'll just modify my order to 2 pips above the moving average at 1998, and 20 pips below. My stop loss usually for swing trading is 100 pips, so that'll be 1.1898. So that's it for the swing trading. So for day trading, I go down to the 5-minute time frame. So there's a 5-minute time frame I use for day trading using the pivot point strategy. And yesterday, the market was trending sideways. It was just all over the place, going nowhere. I drew this white lines yesterday, and you can see the market is still trending sideways within these 2 white lines I drew yesterday. And you can see the first resistance, pivot point are both within the sideways trend. S1 is outside the sideways trend. But you can see the market has also formed the market support. You can see here the market has fallen, formed the low points, gone up, falling down there, formed another low point, gone up, falling there, formed another low point. So you can see it's just been bouncing up and down this line. And of course, if you want to be more specific, you need to check if they're all within plus or minus 2 pips from each other. So you can see the low there is 1.1760. That is 1.1760. And that too is 1.1760. So it's actually a perfect market support. But again, like I said, we're not trading now because of the report coming out at 2 p.m. So that's the market support. So that's a potential entry point if it's not broken before the report comes out. So that's a market support. But as you can see, that's, like I said, the pivot and the R1 are within the sideways trend. But like I said, I'm not placing any pending orders now. I will leave the market alone and reassess just before the report at 2 p.m. Rwandan time. All right, let's go to $CAD. So again, we start with the swing trading, go to the daily time frame. So again, put my cursor on the candlestick for today. So the moving average 100, I use the moving average 100 for the dollar, Canadian dollar, and the pound dollar only. So the moving average 100 today is 1.2696. So 2 pips above that is 1.2698. So I'll adjust that to 2698. 2698. And 100 pips below will be 2598. There you go. So that's it for my swing trading till tomorrow. So I'll drop it back down to the 5-minute time frame for day trading. And again, we can see that the market is trending sideways. If I would take all this as a sideways trend, you can see here, yes, it was making lower lows, lower highs. Then it went sideways, and you can see where it shot up from the low, then the high and the low. But you can see for it to be downtrending, it needs to fall back again and break that other low for you to confirm it's a downtrend, but that didn't happen. So we'll take all this as a sideways trend. So the high there is 26195, so I'll round that up to 2620. 2620. I just want to see it on my 5-minute time frame, so I'll go say that's the high. And then the lowest point, it's that one there. We're not counting this one, we're counting it from here, where it went up formed a low, a high, a low, and then it's just been going sideways since that point. So I'm trying to find which is the lowest of this. I suspect it's this one. The low there is 2581. There we are. So you can see this is potentially a market support too. Let's see. So the low there is 2582. And that's 2582. And that's 2581. So they're all within plus or minus 2 pips. So that's interesting to include that that's also formed the market support for the Canadian dollar. USDCAD. Okay, well again, so for this one too, I'm just going to leave it alone, not place any orders and reassess just before 4 p.m. Rwandan time and then decide where to place my trades then. Okay, any questions? If you have any questions, you can either click the hand button or raise your hand, so send your question through the chat box. Oh, Abimbola. Abimbola, can you hear me? I don't know if you can hear me, Abimbola, but I'll just say this because it's been recorded anyway. Because you were talking about, and actually this is good for everybody too anyway, it's a relevant information because Abimbola was saying she wasn't getting the notifications on the platform. Like I said, I don't, when a post is sent on the platform, you know, I don't specify who should be notified. Anyone who is on the platform will automatically be notified. So anyone who is already on the platform, which all of you are on, obviously you're all on the platform because you're on this session. So anyone who is a member of this platform will automatically be notified. I don't, so let me just give an example. So if I want to send a post, so if I click on notify, you can see I don't select anybody. It will notify all members, all of them. So anyone who is a member will be notified. So it's not like I have a list of people I select. So once I click on that notify, anyone who is on a member of the platform will be notified. So if you're not being notified, maybe you should check your settings on the platform. So if you go to the platform on the top right, where you have your picture or your avatar or whatever, on the top right here, you see your picture or your avatar, you click on that, and then you can see your settings, so if you go to your settings, you can check on notifications and see if your notifications are on. So you might have switched off your notification by mistake and all that. So you're supposed to check your own notifications. So your settings are there for you to control whether you want to be notified or not and all that. But I personally don't select who is notified. Anytime I put up a post and everyone is notified who is on the platform, unless you choose not to be notified. So you check your settings. And of course, the recordings of this Tuesday morning sessions and also the Wednesday sessions are all posted on the platform. I think because, actually this is also another good thing, because in the last session we discussed gaps in the market and the significance of the gaps in the market on the last Tuesday morning session. So if you missed that, do watch it. I've added it to the featured section of the platform. So again, the featured section is at the top of your activity page. So if you go to the featured section and click on see more, you will see that's the last Tuesday morning session. And I wrote there, the gap in the market was discussed and its effects on trading. So that's why I added it to the featured section. So you can, if you missed that Tuesday session, we discussed it towards the end. I think it was quite a long session. It was about, 1.5 hours. So yeah, if you don't want to go through all that, you can just sort of go towards the end. It was towards the end of the session we discussed gaps in the market. But in general, the recordings are always posted on the platform after the session. So today, the recording of this session, once it's been processed, will be posted on the platform. So even if you don't get a notification, you can log in and watch it on the platform. But like I said, everyone who is a member, if I click on notify, you will be notified unless you've switched it off on your settings. Okay. Oh, okay, good. Abimbola, so I can see you've heard what I said. Good. All right. Any other questions? Any questions, comments? Okay, good. So if there are no questions, I wish you all a very good week. We'll catch up on the platform. Like I said, I will set up a session for us to trade the report on Friday. Well, I know it's Good Friday, so some of you might not attend. Now, most of you, I might just find I'll be the only one doing that session on Friday, but no problem. You don't have to attend. Enjoy your time with your family and friends. But if you want to join for the session on Friday, you can. Okay, and obviously we have the sessions also tomorrow, Wednesday, which everyone is welcome to join, which is at 6 a.m. Toronto time. But of course, all the details are under the events section again on the platform. Okay, so have a good day, everyone. Enjoy your breakfast, and we'll catch up on the platform.